don't know what's happening. Rotate is locked. Rotate to face back. I don't know what's happened.
Are you still live?
Why does it look like this?
Redo it again.
Hang on. Let's see. Okay, there it goes. I was like, what are you watching on here? Sorry. Yeah, because then the live is always a little bit behind. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have been going live. I don't know how many times, but no matter how many times I go live, I still don't know how to go live. Okay. What do you need me to do?
I'm going to come over here.
Okay. Wait, what? To do what?
To do your nails and put the glue in them on.
Oh, okay. I can move this.
No. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
I might just put this next to you.
Okay.
So that your hands are stapled.
Welcome, you guys. Hello. Hi, True. A lavender nail polish. No, I'm about to get my nails done. So GJ is here. She is going to be doing my nails. We're actually at GJ's house. She's doing my nails because my older sister is getting married and her wedding, and that is going to be next weekend. And we're bridesmaids for her wedding, so we got to be nail ready. It's part of our contract as a bridesmaid. Hi, Liz. Thank you. Okay, so GJ, I told GJ she's not allowed to file my nails because GJ is kind of rough. She's kind of rough when filing nails. And I do have a bunch of snacks that we're going to try today. Oh, I wish I could show you guys Naru. Naru is also here.
They might hear him.
So GJ is doing Gel X. I'm doing Gel X today. Ooh. All right, while GJ glues on my short nails.
Wait, you don't want me to put alcohol on them?
Oh, no, you can put alcohol on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wipe that off.
Okay. So while GJ is doing that, I wanted to just kind of go over some Q&A with you guys. And I do have some snacks. So one of my amazing students' sister, who is also one of my clients, she came in and brought me a bunch of snacks. So shout out to Gauchi. Oh, and speaking of which, I don't know if all my students are on yet. But if you guys are on, okay. So you know how I always tell you guys before you raise, that time that you're kind of waiting and you're restless, you should pick up a hobby, right? Pick up a hobby, keep your mind busy before you raise, or you're going to go crazy. So one of the hobbies that one of my students picked up was raising chickens. And Gauchi, her sister, just came over for an appointment. And she brought me chickens from my student. They were organic chickens. And like I was wearing a big cardigan, and I was like opening my cardigan to try to hide the shrine. Because then I was telling Gauchi that I'm gonna normally, whenever I get eggs, I leave it at my office for this hand too, please. Alcohol. Thank you.
You do one at a time.
Oh yeah, you do. But you know, so you don't have to take out the alcohol again. But I normally leave the eggs there for them, so that way my Huaning get them and they eat them. But I took those home. They are organic eggs that my own student raised. Like, she raised them chickens. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera a bit so you guys can also see GJ here while she's doing my nails.
I'm very gentle.
Only because... So annoying. You know, Erin was asking if you did nails, but I told I told her to message you if she wanted her nails done, because I don't know your schedule, and you're probably gonna be busy, especially with the wedding coming up. Because she's
I'm busy on Friday.
But she's going out on Friday though.
Oh. I could do it Thursday night because she'll be staying.
No,
over
that's the
anyway.
rehearsal. That's the wedding rehearsal.
Oh, Wednesday when she comes.
Oh yeah.
It,
Oh, okay. What do I do? Oh,
but not yet.
okay. Make sure it's not crooked looking. Is it good?
Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Wave it, yeah.
Ah.
Oh man.
Oh,
Okay,
the
go.
air bubble.
More towards your fingertip. Tip. That's not the tip. This is what I deal with.
Whenever I tell her it hurts, she hits me like I'm Naru. Okay, so you guys can see. So these are really short, okay? And it took everything in me not to put on long ones because in my heart, I love long ones, but I couldn't do it. All right. So while GJ does my hand, I'm going to go over some Q&A for you guys. Just wanted to answer some questions with you guys, see how you guys are doing. But one of the questions, and GJ, you can, oh, I'm ready.
I'm like, I still need your other
I need to
hand.
help her with the UV.
Wait, not yet.
All right, what is the funniest thing that has ever happened during a ceremony? Ready?
I can answer that.
Wait, are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on here because the camera's not facing you.
It's okay. They don't need to see me. They can
Yeah.
just hear me.
Okay. What is the funniest thing that's happened to you, GJ, during
No,
a
to
ceremony?
Tassie during a ceremony, when she went and did the Mongolian, one of her clients or her students that she was raising has a lot of Mongolian Huanings, and she had to channel them and Hungo in the Mongolian language. That was so funny. I was cracking up, and I had to hit the gong, and I'm laughing, and because I'm laughing so hard as I'm hitting the gong, I'm messing up my rhythm. It was hilarious. I could not stop laughing.
Yeah.
That was the funniest. But you can go ahead and share your experience.
I think I have a couple of things that I guess were really funny during ceremonies for me. One was when I thought I was getting possessed, and in that moment, it definitely wasn't funny. But you know how you can laugh about it later, you know? So, because I remember I genuinely thought I was getting possessed. Like, it was such a different feeling of, like, I couldn't stop. And these didn't feel like my guides, and it felt very odd. So I would say, but now when I look back, yeah, it's funny now. But, you know, in that moment, it sure wasn't. And then, yes, I think for me, a lot of times, is it good? Is it good?
Yeah, just give it that one. It'll turn off on its own. There you go.
Look at the nails. They're giving on. Yeah, I think for me, also, usually it's pretty funny when I think that the guides that I'm going to go get or the tasks that I have to do, when they're trying to get me to agree to things. And I'm just like, you guys know I would not agree to these things, but they still will try. You know, they're still going to try and ask me. And I'm just like, look, I'm not here for this today. But I'm like, well, how do you kindly say it over and over? Like, no, you won't agree to this. Because a lot of times when you're doing ceremonies, when spirits, they tell you problems, they want you to leng. And leng, you know, that means you're agreeing to it. You'll take care of it. You know, like, but for me, I'm like, y'all chose the wrong shaman. I am not here to do that for you guys. And then I would say most recently, the funniest thing was the Mongolian trying to do the chants and do the throat singing. I turned them down like 3 times, you guys. So I would say that was probably the funniest thing that's happened.
Yeah, that was funny. She was so convinced she did it so good, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where, you know, when you don't know, when you're trying to sing along to the song, but you don't know all the lyrics, so you just kind of go, yeah. That's what she's doing. Okay, not yet.
Now. Is it easier doing someone else's nails or is it easier doing your own?
It's easier doing other people's nails.
Ah.
Because you see how messed up my right side look?
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything because you're doing my nails, you know.
Yeah. It's hard because there's certain things I want to do, but I can't because I'm not talented enough on my left side. Okay, you can go ahead and cure its full 60. We're just gonna wait.
Okay.
And then here, I'll turn it to you.
Yeah, I would definitely say the funniest thing was, yeah, just, you know, because like these are things that you don't think are gonna happen, and then they happen, and then there's nothing you can really do, but then you can, you know, like you're kind of stuck, you're in a rock and a hard place. So I would say with ceremonies, you never know what's gonna come up and what's gonna happen. And for me, I'm not the shaman who likes to talk to spirits a lot. If you're not my Huaneng, I don't really like talking to spirits. It's pretty bad. I would like to believe I've gotten better at giving spirits the time and day. But you know, because some shamans, they love to sit there and jibber jabber with spirits all day long. But for me, if I already know the end goal and kind of like where the conversation's going, like I'm done. Like I don't even need to talk to you. But I get it. Like my spirit guides say, it's not for me, it is for my client. Here's my hand. Okay, this one, my pinky looks, okay, no, never mind. I take it all back. My pinky looks good.
What?
And just like that, we got the Gel-X on one hand. And yeah, no, this is good. I know I really, in my heart, want the super long vampire ones, but I shouldn't. Because it's too hard to type, you know, and like live. Okay. And then let's move this over here so you can do my hand over here. Yes, please. Yes, I have a bunch of snacks lined up, you guys. We're gonna try on this. We're gonna try the snacks that my student sister got me. Oh, okay, I got this ready.
Yes.
All right, the next question. What misconceptions do people have about Hmong shamanism? I think for me, you know, honestly, I don't think they're necessarily like misconceptions. Hello, you guys. Oh, hello, yeah. So I don't think that they're necessarily misconceptions that people have. What I mostly hear, okay, whenever you're ready. What I mostly hear is that people are very, like, they always tell me that to be very thankful and that I'm very fortunate that Hmong people have kept up with our shamanism because there's so many cultures out there that have lost their roots and how to do things or even what is the proper way of doing things for their haunting their people, right? And so I don't think it's so much as misconceptions as more that I hear about people wishing that they had something like that still. But, you know, like, how about, you know, because like I would say for me growing up though, because, you know, I was raised going to church and not being a part of shamanism and, you know, like my misconceptions back then about shamanism, I would definitely say, I wouldn't even say that I truly believe that it was the devil that was doing it. But you know, like when you don't know what spirits they're working with or like how they get these gifts because it's not normal. I wish GJ was on camera for that moment. She just dropped my nails. But I wouldn't say back then I thought it was the devil even. Are we good?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the devil with the shamans. That's not actually what I thought. It was just more of a suspicion, you know, like because I think growing up, especially like in the like 90s there, it was more common to hear stories about shamans who've gone bad and how they send things to one another. Because, you know, as a kid, you are privy to a lot of conversations that adults don't think you understand, but you understand everything. It's just, we were just missing popcorn. But then, you know, because you would see grandpa come over and he's so nice, he's so kind. They treat him like such a great, respected guest. And then all of a sudden, the next conversation, when they're gone, you hear about how that grandpa went crazy and sent all these demons to this family. And you're just like, but he was so nice, you know? And so, I would definitely say that was more of the misconception back then, that you don't really know what's going on. And a lot of people don't explain it to you either. So I knew that it was real, like something was real. And I knew enough, like, not to mess around with it. So yeah, that was probably my misconception about Hmong shamanism. Oh, and the biggest one of all, I thought that you get possessed to become a shaman. And but sometimes I do think, as a devil's advocate, I do wonder, is it that you do get possessed, but I am just so used to it? Like, what if I am just used to that feeling of having, like your spirits there? I'm just so used to that feeling my whole life that I don't recognize that it's considered possession or would be possession.
Or maybe they demonize the word possession.
Oh yeah, good viewpoint, DJ. For those who couldn't hear, even though she's right next to the device, I'm sure you guys heard her loud voice. I'm just kidding. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
That is true. People may have demonized the word possession, but I will say this.
Because okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but like when people say let the Holy Ghost like take over you, do you feel it? Isn't that the same thing? They take over your body and you speak tongues?
Only some church people speak in tongues. Not
but
all
isn't that the
faith.
same concept? Like they take over, like the
Yes.
Holy Ghost takes over you?
But because it's through, God, or, then it's not. So this one doesn't even fit my nail. You see my nail coming out?
What?
Do you see my nail?
Yeah, it's called, I rip it off.
That's my real nail.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. You just got big ass nails. I clean it up to make it look pretty.
Okay. Now I'm looking at the other hand. How come the other hand doesn't look like that?
I don't know. Your hands are sisters, not twins.
Oh wait, it kind of does. What was I trying to say here?
We were talking about possession and maybe the word is being demonized. And then...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was trying to say though, but I have seen like some practitioners where they do look not like when they're onenging, because like we wear a cap, right? So you can't see the shaman's eyes. And I have this thing where for people, I like to look at them in the eyes. Like when I don't really understand someone, I need to, like, I have this weird obsession where I have to just see them in like look at them in the eyes, and then everything kind of connects for me. But so what I'm trying to say is, okay, is that 60 seconds. Thank you. What I'm trying to say is that I have seen some people, like when they're talking or they're around, and it's in their eyes. It almost seems like something else is there. So I don't know how to explain it. I'm looking at GJ. GJ's looking at me like, I don't know.
Are you talking about like their eyes go white? Like boom?
No, it's like, I don't know if anybody else knows what I'm talking about, but it's kind of like it's not them. So it looks like it's another spirit is there. And then it switches, and then it's them again.
Do their eyes go like this?
No, it doesn't make like
you gotta show them what I was trying to say.
Hang on, I got 60 seconds. I got 15 seconds on this hand. Turn around. GJ, you ready? Okay.
Oh, I was telling her, do their eyes go real?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I don't know. It's like you can see a different spirit that's there that wasn't there. Demeanor changes. Yeah, they have demeanor changes, but it's something to do with their eyes. Okay, and this is like totally not appropriate, but when I was younger, I was obsessed with, I needed to find a sex worker. I know. So I did this thing where I kept looking around for sex. streets because there's stories that they are around the streets, right?
Explain why you needed to find one.
Because I needed to see them in their eyes. I needed to look them in the eye to understand, like,
Their life choices.
yes.
Why look so far when all you have to do is look in the mirror?
But I had to, like, I don't know why. I had to just see them to, like, so that's what I meant by, like.
Don't worry, I'm not touching your cuticles.
Oh, yeah, GJ's filing my nails right now. And I have trauma from the last time she filed my nails. No, their pupils don't get constricted. They look like it's their normal eyes. I felt that.
You're okay. Goddamn.
Oh, don't file over your laptop.
No.
Let's put paper there. You know what? I'm gonna just let people watch you file my nails for a little bit. Let's do that. I felt that, GJ. That hurt.
Sorry.
So you guys can see what GJ's doing. GJ is not licensed. She is. Let's all watch together as she.
You're okay.
Did you all
You're fine.
this doesn't look
Yeah,
smooth.
I gotta fix it.
Okay. All right. What are dreams important in my spiritual work? Is the next question. I would definitely say that dreams can be very important, but sometimes I feel like people get lost in their dreams where they are probably like obsessing over them. So one thing that I don't take too seriously, but it is your dreams. It's almost like, because the problem with dreams is sometimes it's a test dream, you know, where sometimes they're just kind of testing you, but it's not necessarily anything that's really real right then and there. And dreams are so subjective to each person and what it could mean for each person. Oh God, that one hurts. I don't know why. GJ's really going
I didn't do anything.
Maybe because you're going in harder or deeper. I don't know. But yeah, I do feel like now I'm nervous that maybe GJ's gonna mess up on my nails because she's nervous that we're all staring at her doing my nails.
If I wanted to hurt you, I would.
Yeah, no. I would not do tattoos. I am not a tattoo person at all. I'm afraid of needles, so thank God. Oh God. But yeah, so I would definitely say dreams though it is important when before ceremonies, because I feel like it's always like almost like a premonition, or it's trying to help you before the actual ceremony. So I do say like those kind of things are important, you know. But there are certain shamans that have a gifts where they're really accurate with their dreams. Whereas for me, myself, in my own experience, usually whenever I dream of something and it's real, when you wake up, it feels very real. Like it feels like it was very important versus a random dream that you just kind of wake up from, right? So that's how I can detect and discern it. And I found that if I do not tell people about my dream, it happens. It always happens. So I've learned I need to always tell them, everybody in my life, about the dream, especially if I felt like it was so important, so that it doesn't happen. And so that's helped a lot for myself. And then, what animals or spirit guides appear most often for me? Definitely it'd be dragons. Dragons are always appearing for me. But again, that's gonna depend on everybody because some people have different type of animal spirit guides. Phoenixes, they come every now and then too, but dragons more so. What are you doing today? That one hurt. Oh, the next question is a good one. What offerings are considered the most meaningful? GJ, what do you think is the most meaningful offering?
Money.
How do I know you were gonna say that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think for me, the offering that is the most meaningful would probably be for Hmong people in particular. It would be animals, for sure. Because like we use them in our funerals, we use them for new das. Like I've never been to a new da where they did not have a cow. Okay, so I don't know if you can substitute that. But I would definitely say animals are the most meaningful. Oh, if it isn't Erin herself. Erin, GJ's doing my nails right now. Erin is my older sister. She's coming to Minnesota for the wedding. Okay, I'm gonna need a wet cloth.
To wash your hands?
Yeah. Oh, wait, are you still filing my hands?
Yeah, I still have,
okay.
I still have to file.
Here you go. No. So don't give me live chickens. They were like, oh, they're gonna start bringing you live chickens. But outside of animals, then it would be eggs. I don't know of a single shaman who doesn't use eggs. Let me know if you are a shaman who doesn't use eggs. Then it would be the joss sticks and the joss money. Yep. That would probably be in that order, you guys. Have I ever encountered a stubborn spirit that made me laugh afterwards? Yes, I have. I think the reason why it made me laugh later was more so how my own spirit guides interacted with it. So one of my students, when I raised her, she has this grandpa who is 自认自宗, like the old school, right? And he was so like, 自认自宗 is the only way of one name. Yeah, like he did not want me to bring down any other type of spirit guides for this student. He was so angry. So I understand the black cap shamans and their feelings, why they feel that way, because I understood it. Like this is truly their beliefs. Like they believe it to the core, and they're very unaccepting of other styles and other types. And no matter how angry he got, one of my guides, it's a woman, and she was just there like slowly explaining it to him, like we understand your feelings. And she was being so kind. It was those kill him with kindness, like that was the true meaning of it, because no matter how much, like how angry he tried to appear and try to be, like he could not overcome her just trying to hug and hold him, and until he calmed down, and then he got calm, and then he was over it. So I would say that was probably it was really funny when that happened. Hello, Cappy. Anything else? You gonna wash my hands off now?
No, I just use alcohol.
No, please wash my hands. I want to eat some snacks.
Okay, why don't you just get up and wash your hands?
I can't. I'm trapped.
What?
Wet paper towels, please. I'm not that high maintenance, you guys. I really am trapped here.
A wet and a dry.
Okay, put it down
What is that?
there. Oh, sorry. I got a phone call. Can you text Eric and let him know I'm doing a live right now so I can't answer the phone?
Okay.
Thank you, GJ, for filing my nails and not cutting me. All right, so I want to try out some snacks, you guys. So Gouchy got me. Okay, I'm gonna try the one I don't really want. I don't know what you're thinking, Gouchy. Does this look like a person who do I look like a person who would eat this one? It is the organic, soft and chewy sweet potato sticks. I don't know. It doesn't sound that appetizing. But I will try this. And I have Naru here. So Naru can help me eat them.
Not too much.
It's just sweet potatoes. They don't have any added sugars. Oh my god, it's real sweet potatoes. It's real sweet potato sticks, you guys. Look at them. They're real sweet potatoes.
This is what he said.
Here, okay.
Ooh, it's wet still.
Even GJ's face was ooh. Wait. I'm gonna try it for camera.
Oh, wait. Scooching.
All right. No.
Like, who wants a soggy potato like this? This is like eating a fry that is really soggy.
It's very gummy.
It's not sweet.
Yeah, it is.
No.
If you ever wanted to know what gummy potatoes taste like, tastes like the earth. Naru. I'm gonna show you Naru. Oh. Okay, sit. Gentle.
You're gonna lunge it.
Gentle.
Okay, no more. Go. Oh. Go. No more. Go. Tassie, that was gross.
Gouchy goes, I got it just to see her reaction.
It was a setup.
This is not it, you guys. This is not it. Okay, now we'll eat the stuff I want to try. So I want to try this Picklelicious. This looks actually really good. I love pickled stuff. No, Naru, I'm sorry you can't have any. It does not smell good. I'll tell you that. Let me show you guys what it looks like before I give it to GJ. It looks like a real pickle.
It just tastes like pickle chips. With less salt. It's not salty enough. I still have that sweet potato in my mouth.
This is also not good, you guys. So it tastes like when you're eating it, it has an earthy taste because I think it's the skin. And then it's like someone has an idea of eating something that's pickled. And then I'm going to change my mind. I want to eat some candy instead. So then it's sugary. It ends up being sugary at the end. Okay, so let's try the one I really want, which is Dubai cones. So I do like eating these. And it's basically the ends of ice cream cones. And oh my god, there's a lot in here, you guys. They're the ends of ice cream cones. It's supposed to be Dubai flavored.
I don't care for Dubai.
Mmm. Oh, good. I think I like it because it's not super chocolatey.
You want water? I'll give you a bottle so it doesn't get...
Okay. What?
Are you done eating?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I need to put base coat on your fingers. No, move. Sir, go. Excuse me.
Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to even post it on social media
What?
that I went live.
You did.
That was yesterday. I posted it yesterday. Let's copy the link. Ooh, let's see. I don't know if my device will let me do it now. I don't even know my own social media login. Let's see. Okay. Gouchy, Gouchy, that was disgusting. Thank you for getting me the Dubai one. That one was one of my favorites. All right. So the next question I have is, can anyone learn parts of the practice, or must someone be chosen to be a shaman, right? There are definitely things that you can learn as part of the practice, even if you are not meant to be a shaman. So, like Hoopli, that one's pretty common. You can learn how to do the soul calling. Che, that's also something that can also be taught. Black magic is also something that you can learn. Kakong.
Here, 60.
60? Okay. So those kind of things can be taught. Now, I know some lineages, they record their chants, and then they also practice as a shaman. But to me, that means you are a shaman, because you can't fake the shake. Okay, like the shake, you can't do that one. And how do you protect yourself spiritually after helping others? For myself, I've been onenging for so long that I just kind of expect my spirit guides to do it and take care of everything. But I would say this, as a shaman, after a ceremony, if you feel really tired or you're really soshia, like you're really exhausted, then it means that something probably went wrong, or you got injured, or the ceremony was really heavy for you. Maybe it might be harder for you than you were probably prepared for. So those are the key signs, especially if a shaman gets really tired after the ceremony, because usually, especially I travel a lot. And I oneng, and then I spend all day with the clients, right, after the neng sessions when I'm traveling. And I would definitely say, that's really the time when you're kind of like getting ready to eat, recuperate. You should not feel really exhausted. So if you're really exhausted, then most likely, especially if you need to sleep, like you're about to knock out, okay, usually that's a sign that something happened to you during the ceremony. And so those are key things that I think you should look out for. But usually for me, it's just more so on my spirit guides to ensure that they protect me while I am onenging. And I do this thing, so I used to not do this thing, But whenever I'm going to travel or don't like go out and do a ceremony, it is important that you kind of like tell your spirit guides, like, hey, I'm gonna go and you're gonna protect me. So I used to not include my hushos, my assistants. And then after like the curse ceremony, that's when it dawned on me, like, oh, I should probably tell my spirit guides to also watch after my hushos as well. So, yeah, and they always uphold their end of the bargain, like that. They make sure I'm safe, we get there, no issues. We're also fine, and we come back, no issues. But sometimes the key word is when we return, okay? Because this one time we were traveling, and when we came back, like when your luggage comes out into the carousel to pick up at the airport, my black luggage suitcase, it landed on top of someone else's. And I was like looking at it, and I'm looking at this guy, and this guy and I were both looking at it. And I'm like, how am I supposed to get my luggage? Because my luggage is like almost 50 pounds every time I travel because of my shaman tools. So I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? And so he's watching me struggling, and then he ends up helping me because I couldn't lift it. I couldn't do it at all. But I strained my arm, right, doing that. And my arm was strained for probably like 3-4 days. But that's the kicker. That's what I meant, you guys. The deal was until I got back. So I need to have no ending. Okay, it needs to last forever.
When you do these deals with your coins, do you have to give them something in return?
Hello, Paris. No, I don't have to give anything back to my coin. Oh. Hello, Paris.
So how come they didn't just protect you the entire time?
Oh, because that deal was just until I got back from the ceremony. That nothing would happen to me.
Don't they generally want to make sure you're okay, though?
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm softening it so you don't see
it. It's not that I was suspicious of you at all. Oh. That's how you do it.
Yeah, so you don't see your nails underneath.
Oh, it looks very nice, very nice. Oh, it's like a milky look on the nails. It's very nice. But yeah, no, like I would definitely say, but like, I'm not saying like that, yeah, your husha should be the one who does it though.
I was not on that.
No, it was not GJ on that trip. But like when your luggage is coming out. But I would say your hand touched me. It touched my nail. Okay. Just so she can't blame me and yell at me. But I would say most of the times, my hushas are always the ones who get my suitcases for me. Yeah. But you know what's funny? When we went to, I think we were in North Carolina. We went to North Carolina, and mind you, my suitcase is again 50 pounds. We go through this long hallway, and then we have to ride this elevator to get to the rental cars. And I remember there was this big line. It was a big line in front of the elevator. So I shouted to the front, and I was like, how long have you been here? And he looks at me, and he was like, 7 minutes. And I'm like, 7 minutes? This means this elevator doesn't work. I was like, what are you guys all doing in line? And then he was like, oh, no, it works. And I was like, how do you know it worked? Did it actually come down here? And they were like, well, we can see it moving. But okay. Just because you see it moving, it doesn't mean it works for this floor. So then I told Molly, let's climb the stairs. And Molly looked at me, and she was like, I can't carry your luggage up there. I was like, don't worry about it. So because I'm so livid. So we end up going to the stairs, and we don't know how high up we have to go. I just know we're at the bottom floor. Okay. So I pick up my suitcase, and I climb these stairs. And the way Molly stared at me, it was like, oh, you've been faking it this whole time. And she was like, how are you able to lift your suitcase? But cases of water, you're dying. But, it's one of those things where I always tell people how long. Ooh, look at them, you guys. Look at them. This is what Gigi's been doing. So this one, you can see my nails. But then this one's more milky looking. But then I believe that I'm a scrapper. Like, I'm scrappy. Because, like, at work, a lot of people, I went camping once, like real camping. Okay, I was on a cot, but we were in a tent. Okay, but everybody at work kept telling my coworker, "Don't go camping with her. Like you're gonna have to carry her the whole time. Everything is going to be dirty for her. Everything is gonna be too much." And like my friend there, she was like, "No, no, no. I mean, like even if it is, I'm going knowing that she's not really a camper, right?" But here's the kicker. Okay, I didn't know people were saying this about me because obviously they're not gonna say it to me. So then we go on this camping trip, and like I watched the fire, I maintained the fire the whole time. I was totally fine. And then she was so surprised. She was so surprised at like how I was totally fine. And I look at her like, look, look here, lady. Like I'm what I would define as scrappy, meaning even though, what am I doing with this hand? I didn't know that here. Even though I'm not accustomed to certain things and doing certain things, it doesn't mean I can't, okay? It just means I choose not to live like I'm homeless and go camping.
Are you okay with this pink nude? Or do you want more pinker?
That's a little dark, don't you think?
No, it's pretty light when you put it on. So you see this?
Why don't you put it on? If I don't like it, we wipe it off.
No, it's where is it? Oh. It's this. Unless you want it more like this one.
I want it more like this kind of pink. This is too dark.
Okay.
I don't want to have Molly toes. So Molly went to Chicago. She got a pedicure done. And when she showed me her pedicure, I asked her, "Why did you pick this color?" Because the pedicure, she got French tips. When you do French tips, you have to pick the nude that goes under. Yeah, that's much better. You have to pick the nude. Molly toes is crazy. So you have to pick the nude that goes under the French tips. Like they don't just have a generic nude color because everyone's skin tone is different. So that she was showing me her toes. I was like, why is your French tip, the pink underneath, darker than your skin color? And she looks at it and she was like, "I don't know why they gave me these." I was like, "Oh, I know why. It's because you picked them." Okay, like I've had many pedicures. You pick your own colors. They don't just pick the color for you. And she was like, "No, I don't remember if I picked these." I was like, "I think you would have remembered if you picked them or not." So I think maybe in the salon, it was dark and she picked the wrong tone. So yeah, her toes are really dark with her pedicures. It's really interesting. But I am getting my toes done tomorrow. So we're getting pedicures tomorrow. And then have you guys heard of Bobby or Babby? It's here in the Twin Cities. It is a Laotian seafood boil place. We're going to go there to try out their food. So I'm super excited. Hello, Cowley. Molly is not your moderator. I am the moderator, so I'm not doing a really good job at this. I'm getting my nails done by DJ right now. How would you know who Gauchi's dad is? Nah, Yang. Yeah. You know what's funny? I don't think I know what my students' parents' names are. But I feel like there's too many of them to think about what their parents' names are. Naru. I hope that didn't scare you guys. It's just Naru. Jennifer, I can read that, but it took me a moment. Nuna got wadachi. Aw. Aw. Do you guys know when I hear people who are really good at Hmong? I focus on the little nuances that they say. Yeah, I'm sorry, it was Nara. I focus on the little nuances that they say to Because I'm like, I can speak Hmong, GJ. I can speak Hmong, but I don't have the nuances, like the cadence of like more native Hmong speakers. So it's more like, because like that aw thing, I would have never thought of using that. Like go warachi, like nuna ga warachi ya.
I'm pretty sure you do. You just don't notice it.
I'll be like nuna ga warachi. That's what I would say. I would never think of using aw.
It's done.
And then so I try to pay attention to how more native Hmong speakers, what are the cadences that they add to their sentence structures to make it sound more like pleasant to the ears. Because then I feel like when me and my family, when we're talking in Hmong, it's very choppy. La, le, ma, yeah. Those are not words. That's like adding.
Those are not words.
Those are like adding the ands and the thes and the is. You know, I cut out all of those. And it's just, what you doing? Instead of, what are you doing? Like, my God. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my sisters just arrived. And they're in the parking lot. I could hear them, like, as if they're right next to us. They have loud voices. Hello, Michua. Michua, I was just telling everybody how you have these amazing eggs. Because you listened to me and you took up a hobby of raising chickens. And your chickens make you tons of eggs. Oh, Jennifer, you saw Naru. We were showing Naru. Oh, I'll show you guys right now. He's so mad right now. Look at him. Look at Naru. He's staring out at the window. The door is right here, so he's waiting to see if they're gonna come through the door. But no, we were just feeding him some interesting potato pieces that was gifted to me. Oh yeah, that's right. The tree of life, you guys. I'm like, how would I say it now? 张东莫谢. Thank you, Anna. But yeah, because a lot of times, like, we're having like these secret conversations, right? And we're trying to speak it in Hmong and not use English words. But I didn't know how to say the tree of life in Hmong, so I was like, but here's the kicker: I was getting mad at Molly that she couldn't understand me. Molly was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "You know, John Dong names." Oh my gosh. Ow.
I'm just cleaning up your cuticle. Okay.
Okay. 60 seconds?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to make sure it's all good.
Okay, so PK says, so you know in movies, there's funny ghost encounters. Is or has that ever happened to you while on the physical side or spiritual side? I would definitely say some ghosts can be kind of funny. I think they're kind of weird. I'm trying to think here. What is this jade milk, though, that you wrote right there? Jade milk.
Oh, it's jade colors, but it's milky.
I know I won't go with my look. It's okay.
Yeah.
Next time.
It's jade.
But no, I definitely, but on the spiritual side, most of the times they're not really funny. I think because they're afraid of dying. So I don't think they're really funny on the spiritual side. But on the physical side, I think that they're more humorous because there's ones that are very helpful. Look at my nails so far. We're doing a progression. Very nice, DJ. Very nice.
Okay, so we're doing, which ones are the French? Everything but the ring finger?
Yes.
Okay.
My face was, what do you mean? All of them are French.
No, but then this one... Like,
it's the flower.
Yeah, and it has lines only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's so loud we could hear them. You can open the door. What?
Oh. How to move?
Okay, so, but no, I would say that they're kind of funny personalities when it comes to ghosts and spirits. I would say ghosts are probably more funny. But I've never met, I'm trying to think here, if I've ever met in real life a ghost that was trying to hurt you. I've met demons in real life, and not in the spiritual side, but on the physical side that are trying to hurt you, but not a ghost. I have met like annoyed ghosts or ghosts that were like they don't want you around, but not like them. They're not trying to make you a ghost, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that helps you sleep better at night or not. I think that ghosts, I would say I haven't met a ghost that was purposely trying to be funny, if that makes sense. But they can come off funny because that's not normal, like how they're acting. But I feel like sometimes it's, I think that they do that though because they're trying not to scare you. But it can probably really scare somebody because they're not acting like a normal person, if that makes any sense. Especially when they're very aware. And even if they're at peace and they want to be there and they actually like interacting with people, because there are some ghosts that actually like to see you get excited, right? So you're going to have that too. So sometimes they'll purposely do things that they know will get a reaction out of you, I don't know if that helped or if that fully answered your questions.
Like they'll entertain ghost hunters because they like seeing activity.
Yeah, they like to see people get excited, because when you're really excited, you're giving off this energy, so then they like it too.
Do you like the French on that one?
Oh, good job.
Let's see if I can make it consistent.
Wow. That was a really good one. Okay, I'm almost there. Let's see here. Kathy, can you explain or tell us some details of one of your most tense event to us if you don't mind? But you don't have to if you don't want to. Like the most tense in the Ning world? Because I think you guys know about that one. Well, I've had a few heavy ceremonies in my life where like you can't breathe. That I would say that's probably the most tense. And yeah, I would say that's the most tense that I've ever had in a ceremony. And I'm trying to think, in real waking life, the most tense in the physical world, I would probably say Michael, when he attached himself to me, because I can remember it very well still when it happened, because that was the most terrifying moment of my whole life. And then when the ghost girl came out of my dream, that's also a very tense moment for me too in my life.
Question.
And when I first shook.
So, you know how you said growing up you didn't really believe in like shamanism and things like that, and you kind of like said bad things about it. Would you say that was your own personal thoughts, or was it influenced by Michael because he didn't want you to go that path, knowing that that would split him from you?
Honestly, Michael never said anything about Ning. He never, but at that time in my life, I wasn't around like Ning anymore. Because the only time I was around Ning was when...
Look at your middle.
It's a little thin. Can you make it come over a bit more even? The only time I was really around Ning on Ning stuff was when our mother was married to your dad. And, you were born when I was 8. So I was very young at the time. And I swear, Gigi acts like I have no feelings in these fingers. And she just gouges it with her nails. But And then we weren't really around Nang anymore until later on when we almost had a showdown at the house with the Zhang family. Do you see this?
What?
Do you see how thin it is on this side? Come on, how it's very thin. Make it thicker.
You're talking about that, right?
Mhm.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, now it looks much better. Hang on. So this side looks really good. Now this side could do a little. Thank you. These are my wedding nails, okay? But yeah, I would say that those are the most tense moments for me. Looks good. Oh.
What'd you do?
Oh, no. That was just a shadow. Can I cure these before we ruin them?
Yeah.
No, Naru. When you get hives, usually it's because you're eating something your spirit guides don't like.
Okay.
Would you suggest I seek shaman services if in the last 3 years I keep injuring the left side of my body? Yeah, I would suggest that. That seems kind of odd. Oh, let me show you guys what Gigi's done so far. So she's done my French tips. It's kind of hard to see. But this is not the best camera either right now. Oh, there you go. If I just block out my face, then you guys can see. It's very cute. Thank you, GJ. What was the question? Why are some ghosts at peace but still roaming on the earth realm? You guys know that there are some ghosts or spirits that want to stay because that's actually how you live for eternity. So when you live for eternity, you may be living as a ghost, but if people worship and pray for you still, or like provide offerings to you, you can be very wealthy as a ghost. So that's why when you think about like celebrities who have passed on, and people are worshiping or praying to them, it gives them a good life, a
Like
plush
Coco.
life. What's Coco?
Coco from Disney.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What the friend does. Uncultured.
If you're a ghost, does that pause the cycle of reincarnation? Actually, it doesn't. Well, according to Hmong,
I think I need to fix that.
thank you for seeing it. For Hmong shamanism, what we believe is in the 3 spirits. One of your spirit watches the grave or is the ghost, basically. The other one goes off to reincarnation, and then the last one goes back to working. So that is what we believe in. So, nope, just because you're a ghost here, it doesn't pause the cycle of reincarnation. But if your reincarnation soul is stuck or lost, then yes, that does pause it. Does everyone have a bright light, similar to everyone having spirit guides? No. And I say this because when I'm talking about a bright light, it's a light that shamans give off versus somebody who's not supposed to be a shaman. So you look different, you feel different, you give off a different type of aura. And what is one thing modern society has forgotten spiritually? I don't think enough people pay attention to land spirits. especially in modern times. But it's really funny because whenever I go to work, I always see the land spirits there. Um, and sometimes they say funny things to me because they're just there. Like they're not there to like hang out with you. Um, and
Take a look. You want more of it to come off?
no, it looks good.
Okay, cure it before we mess it up.
But no, they say funny things to me sometimes because sometimes I'll ask them, "What are you doing?" and they're just doing their job, you know. So, but it's kind of like you're trying to like butter up and talk to a super serious person, and this is their job, this is their role. So I would say land spirits is probably something that a lot of modern society tends to forget about, especially with a lot of technology. Don't forget my thumb.
Oh, yeah.
If you reject your calling, put away your guides, do you still have that light? You do, but it stunts you. And you tend to get haunted a lot because now you're just a free lamp, basically. Do shamans have personalities in the spirit world too? So I think that question is catered towards like your higher self, because my higher self, he is very different from me. He's like I have a lot of his habits or traits too, but he's more a more intense version of me. He's not. I am more giddy and playful in nature, but he's not. He's not very nice. I'll say that. Have I ever had a spirit interrupt my daily life in an unexpected way? Yeah, that happens. Mostly if they are like I start to get scared by them, then yes. Like for example, um, I think the ones that I really don't like are work ghosts. Those are probably the ones I really don't like. But I remember before I raised my shrine, you know, like during the pandemic, I work from home, and at home, you're gonna come out of the like the dining room or the kitchen, and you go into like a little hallway. But then you're gonna have my bedroom and the bathroom, and then there's a longer hallway, and then there's another bedroom and another bedroom and another bathroom. So my office at home is down at the very end of the hallway, and I remember my desk faces towards the door, but the door is like I don't know how to explain it. it like imagine if I show like you guys see the door right here, right? So like my desk is like right where the pink chair is, and then the door is there, and then you walk into the room.
Oh, look.
Oh, let me put my phone down here. Let me take a look at my nail. No, GJ.
What?
Really? You see how crooked that is? You see how thin it is? You have to thicken it. Sorry, y'all. But anyways, what I was saying about that door was a lot of times while I'm working, I'll feel an entity coming down the hallway. And I'll look at the door just waiting for them to walk through that door. But then they always stop right before the door. And it irritates me so much. So that is very cumbersome. But I think I don't like the ghosts at work that like try to get my attention. Oh, I gotta tell y'all. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but I'm telling you now, okay? If you guys are going to common places that I travel to, please let me know. Send me a DM because you're going for a funeral. Okay. I would say I think the number one thing I hate the most are ghosts on the plane. Ghosts on the plane are absolutely the worst. And I remember I was going to Sacramento one time, and there was a lot of Hmong people on the plane. Like like they were all sitting in the waiting area to get on the plane. And I remember commenting to my sister, why are there so many Hmong people here today? Because, I go back and forth to Sacramento a lot, but rarely do I see this many Hmong people. And I didn't think anything of it, but on the flight, I could not sleep. There was ghosts constantly walking up and down, trying to get my attention. And I remember it was so cumbersome. We landed, yada yada, did my whole ceremony. We came back home, and on that plane ride, I fell asleep so peacefully. I was like, dang. I was like, man, why was that flight so terrible? And then my spirit guides told me it's because they were there for a funeral. So I was like, oh, that's just why. So, if you guys are going to Sacramento for a funeral, please let me know your dates. Or no, just let me know what flight it is so I don't take that flight with you guys. Because it is terrible when a family is impacted.
I'm not done fixing it.
But it's absolutely terrible for shamans, okay? Yep.
Hey, take a look. Is that better?
It is better. But do you see how right there's a little sharper edge? You want
No sharper edge.
Do you see that one right there? So you, okay.
I think you're right. Your eye is just crooked.
Okay. What is the difference between intuition and spiritual communication? So, to me, intuition is the feeling, right? Like, you just kind of feel and you just know. Thank you, DJ. You just know without so much as like somebody doesn't have to tell you. You can't explain it, but you just know. Like you just know. Like to me, that's more intuition. Sometimes intuition can also play in with people who are very observant, right? If you're very observant of your surroundings, then you can also have a lot of intuition. Like you just know this about this person because you're very observant of them. So to me, that's intuition. And then you're going to have like spiritual communication. To me, spiritual communication is things that there's no way you could have connected the dots. There's no way you would have known that. To me, that is more on par with spirit communication. And for everybody who is spiritually inclined, you will be more inclined off of different things. Did you guys know I do not have the one of the senses that you can have is scent. Like some people could smell ghosts. One of my students can smell ghosts around them, but I have smelled ghosts before. However, I do not have a good sense of smell. I do not have a good sense of smell at all. Like, it's pretty bad how bad my sense of smell is. So, there could be somebody passing gas next to me and I probably won't smell it. It's happened when we were getting pedicures. It was literally me, my sister, and my niece. We were all getting pedicures and this guy was sitting next to me and they kept saying something in Hmong and whispering to each other, but I didn't know what they were saying. And then later on we leave and they were looking at me and they were like, "You didn't smell that, Tassie?" And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "The guy was like, maybe it was the guy, but somebody kept farting." It was not me. Okay. But I didn't smell anything. Okay. So I would definitely say when I do smell something though, that means you were very smelly. Like because I do not have a sense of smell. But it's just it's weird for me, my sense of smell that comes when I can smell something. Sometimes I'll smell something very clearly, but it's something that's not in the room. But I'm also very good at smelling medicine, which is weird. But I can smell blood in the air. I'm like, I don't know if that helps. My sense of smell is just really weird, I guess. But anyways, let's go back to spirit communication. So what I was trying to say though is that everybody kind of has different senses on what actually is spirit communication, because some people don't ever hear voices. I mean, you shouldn't hear voices. Like on the outside, you shouldn't hear voices on the outside. It should be something internal that you're hearing. And but some people, they're really good at feelings, or they get pictures, or they get videos, like it's like something is playing in their mind and it kind of seems like it's a memory, but it's not a memory. So everyone's senses on how they communicate with spirits is so different from one another. You like the smell of fresh flowers delivered to the funeral? Oh, I would say it's more like that smell when it's intermixed and it's like day 3. As a shaman, do you experience anything if you eat food at funeral homes? Every lineage is so different, but for my lineage, we're not allowed to eat or drink at the funeral. So you can't even bring in your own food or bring in your own water bottles into the funeral. You have to leave and then you consume it, like off the property. And you know what a lot of people do? I think in the Korean culture, they'll leave a funeral and go to an establishment, like a restaurant or a store. So that way they drop off any ghosts before they go home. But for Hmong people, who they just go to the cemetery after the fawa, like they go to the cemetery, they just go straight to the person who passed away, the deceased home. And then that way you jump over the fire and then you enter their home and then you leave.
You like those lines? Because
Yes.
if it's too down, then it doesn't shine.
Yes. It's so pretty. You can't really see my lines. There you go.
Just cure it like this here.
Very pretty, GJ. Thank you.
And now we're going to do chrome.
Ooh.
Because which ones are we doing chrome? I don't think it's all of them, right?
No, because aren't you going to do the dropping?
Yeah. But I'm going to do chrome first.
Yeah.
Which fingertips? All of them?
What's wrong with you do all of them?
Oh, okay.
Wait, should I leave some? Wait, I thought
because some pictures look like there's see how not all of them is? Only the fingertip is chrome.
Okay, fine.
Unless you want all of them chrome.
Should I do chrome on all my fingers? Or just my index? My nails look so nice. Thank you, DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do my index finger.
Okay, we'll test one to see if you like it.
Kathy says, can you give us some advices to protect ourselves, especially like someone who doesn't have an altar but continuously sees spirits all the time? Things like beads or pouches or any charm. Yeah. You can get items that has black magic on them or are blessed. Those are really good. You know what is also really good is going to be Jahosha. So like the Buddhas, they're really good with doing and casting protection. But you just want to be careful because, just be careful of the source of where you're getting it from. And one thing that I always tell people is that I don't know if you guys know this, or if you guys have ever experienced this, but have you ever gone somewhere and you feel kind of like you feel kind of scared? You don't really know why. You can't explain it. Okay. Like, for me, that means that you should probably try going home and staying home for a few days to strengthen your spirit. Because once that happens to you, you kind of stay in that phase. So then as you're traveling out and about, you have an easier chance of getting an attachment if you start to feel that. So that's why a lot of times we don't recommend you going out really late at night. Like people who have to get up really early and go to work, or they're working like at 2 or 3 in the morning, and you have that kind of that eerie feeling. So you have to be, and this is why the elders always say that you have to be a strong person, because only if you then your spirit is stronger, so then you don't attract things as easily to yourself. So if you feel kind of skittish, I would definitely recommend, you're going to need something done for you. And then that way, when you go out, you don't feel it anymore. When I say something done for you, you could have a string tied on you. You can have a charmed item on you. You can have, if you're blessed enough to know of a shaman who can quickly one name for you, like they don't need a whole ceremony, then you should do that too. What a lot of people do is they will light incense sticks for their ancestors, right? Because, so your ancestors have to protect you. So just light an incense stick. Basically, when you're acknowledging them, they will acknowledge you. And then they will watch over you. Especially if you guys are going to be traveling. I knew a shaman who asked their sister to buy them McDonald's to eat at the parking lot of a funeral home. But she didn't communicate that, so her sister brought the McDonald's into the funeral. Yeah, you can't do that. Hello, Micey. Oh, yes. I love that you're getting your nails done. So I've always wondered, for individuals who have been murdered by other people, was that their fate, or could it have been avoided? Honestly, it could have been avoided, but sometimes it's, if that person is meant or supposed to go through that, then it will happen. But I feel like, I don't know who I suppose told this to before, or if it's in a video. I talked to too many people. Sometimes when something very tragic happens, though, sometimes people don't realize that the plea already agreed to it. So it's almost like, like when you have a bad dream, but you kind of feel like you think something's going to happen, but you don't really know. Usually people are given the signs beforehand, and you agree to it. So even though it's really tragic and really crazy scenarios, especially, like freak accidents, usually their plea accepts a deal for this to happen in exchange for something. So sometimes it will be to protect someone. Sometimes it is to release something else, So it's so different for every scenario. But usually that's kind of how, as a shaman, we tend to see it. Or I tend to see it. What's something your students have taught you that I have really good memory? Sometimes I wonder.
See, I left that little bit of line there.
So this is what I wanted, you guys, in case you didn't know. I wanted that little white line with that chrome. Oh my God. Oh, I do really like the white too, though. That was so pretty.
We could do like maybe your pinky too.
Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. I just need to show it to you guys again. So just so you guys can see the full effects. Look at how pretty that chromed out one is with the line. Should I do chrome on all of them? My ring finger won't have it, but because then our bridesmaid dresses is coral. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'll do it for all of them.
All of them?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I just love chrome, though. Like, it's just so pretty. Aww. Liz is saying, amazing job, TJ.
Thank you. someone appreciates it. Over here crying about me cutting cuticles.
Oh yeah. What I was trying to say was that I have really good memory. But you know what? I also picked that up at work, that I tend to pick up on things faster than the average person, just because usually you just have to show things to me once and then I understand it. But for me, it's more about the theory or understanding the reason why you're doing something. And once I understand that, then I can just pick it up. But I always attribute it to playing games a lot. So when I was a kid, I played video games a lot. And when you play video games a lot, you have to learn and adapt to a whole new system and a whole new world very quickly and to be successful in the game. So because I did that a lot, I feel like that helped me as an adult go through change really quickly and understand the concepts of things very quickly, because that was the norm for me, playing a lot of video games. But because my students ask me a lot of the same questions over and over, because I realize I have really good memory and it's not normal. So I would say I've learned from my students that I have very good memory. Then, it's funny because a lot of my students, they record a lot, like almost the entire time I'm there. They're recording lots of things that I say, lots of things that I tell them. However, a lot of it you forget, or you forget which video it's in. So sometimes it's almost better to just be in that moment. Because think about like our elders and how they learned. They didn't record, they didn't write notes or write books about things. They didn't have any of that, but they had to learn through observation and living and being in that moment. So sometimes I feel like by being in that moment, you kind of understand it and gain that knowledge better than trying to rely always on your recordings, your notes, because I feel like not everyone can remember everything, because it's just so much that you get hit with, especially if you're not in town, you're not a student who can just easily access me because you're all the way in a different state. Even Wisconsin is far, you guys, okay? I don't know how you Wisconsinites do it. You guys drive around like it's 30 minutes, but it'll be a 6-hour drive and you will go right back home the same day. Okay. You guys are made of tough stuff, man. I could not do that. Just a 30-minute drive. I'm like, that's a whole hour commute, man. That means I need the 30 minutes to come back home. It makes you question, do you really need to go on that side of town? But so I would definitely say sometimes be in the moment. But other things that I think I really learned from my students is, I think this is more so, I've had people ask me this. Is it better to have male or female students? Is it better to have married or unmarried students, right? And neither one of them has it easy. I'll tell you that. It's not easy if you're married. It's not easy if you're not married. The grass is not always greener. That's definitely what I've learned. Everybody has a different struggle, because what if you have a lot of support, but you don't always see eye to eye? And because you can't see eye to eye, you still have to work together though. And then what if you don't have the support because you're not married, but you have nobody to help you keep progressing and moving forward because you're really much alone? So then you have to rely on those around you and your family. But what if you don't live by your family, So it's very difficult, and everybody struggles and has their own struggles, right? And this kind of goes into play with the whole logistics of how you should be planning and preparing your logistics as you are raising. So GJ always tells me not to tell people that she does nails because she doesn't want people to ask her to do their nails. Kathy, talking about senses, my dog might have pee on a spirit, or this spirit that keeps coming around stinks like my dog. And it, oh. Yeah, I hate workplace bathrooms, man. So I'll tell you this. If you are somebody who has 1,000,010 strings on you and you're still haunted, just go have your tanning done. Just go have a ceremony done, okay? Tina says, Tassie, do you have any students or know of any shamans in the Austin, Texas area? I have a student in Dallas.
Here for 30 seconds.
Wait, let me look at it first.
You can't tell. Oh. 30 seconds, push the 30-second button.
Which one's the 30-second button? Oh, that was a guess, and I got it right the first time.
There's only 4 buttons. You had a 25% chance.
Yeah, and I got it. But yeah, no. But no, I do have a student in Dallas. She used to live in Harker Heights, which is by Austin, but not anymore. I'm so glad she lives in Dallas now. And I say that because we used to fly into Austin, drive up 45 minutes to Harker Heights, and then do the 2-hour drive to Dallas to fly out because it's cheaper to fly out in Dallas.
Did I even do your thumb? No, I did not.
Wait, I think you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Hello, Joa. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Oh, I need to check. Is my stuff dying? All right, you guys. I'm only going to stay on for about another 30 minutes here. And then, wait, is my stuff dying? Oh, no, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Okay, another 30 minutes, you guys. This one's easy. How do you balance being spiritually open while living a normal modern life? I'm really lazy, but I will say this too. You know, it's funny. I don't think people realize this because whenever you see me, you're either seeing me as a client, as a teacher, or on a live. But in my normal life, I probably never talk about Nang. I genuinely, it doesn't really come up like in my day-to-day. Is it good, Takira? Yeah, like I don't generally talk about Nang or do things spiritually related. When people talk to me, I don't sit there and tell them the spiritual answer for it. I'm pretty much normal, I would definitely say. But I think because I want to keep that, like separated, because it's kind of like, when this is your whole life, to me, I want to ensure that I still have my own identity. So when I'm just hanging out with my friends or with my family, unless it's like me and my sisters, we will get into dowsing rods and doing, but we're asking audacious things like point to the person who is the biggest bitch, point to the person who is the smelliest in the bathroom. So, we do like those kind of things, but in general, I don't, because a lot of times, well, probably because my family, you touched my nails.
Okay.
If there's Naru fur on my nails, I did not move my hands. GJ once blamed me for touching things because there was hair on my nails. I'm like, my hand has been in your hand this whole time. Naru lives here. His fur flies in the air. She's a gaslighter, man. The next time we do the dowsing rods, we need to ask who is the biggest gaslighter here. Oh, so pretty. All right, in this moment, it's okay if you're a gaslighter. You're giving me really pretty nails.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh yeah. And also because when I was thinking that I had to become possessed to become a shaman, but it meant I wouldn't die right away. And then I discovered later on, oh, that's not really how it is. But then maybe it's because this is how I've always been. So this is really pretty much normal for me.
Let me just clean up here a little bit.
What's in that cup? Acetone?
Acetone.
Oh.
I do it like that now because I need something to cover it up. and then this little grating thing helps clean it off faster.
Oh, I was wondering what that was that you had. Okay,
take a look.
You guys gotta see this. Now you can see all my chrome tips. It's so pretty. Look at the thumb. It's also so pretty.
Okay, now.
Are you gonna do the flowers?
Yeah.
Okay, please. Please be pretty flowers. All right. Are there sacred rules people should never break during ceremony? I would definitely say, oh, see, you know what's so funny? See, I was literally, hey, it's Divine Dawn Ratings, Molly Chang. No, but see, seriously, the other day, when was I at my office? Oh, just yesterday. I was at my office yesterday, and my spirit guides kept mentioning you. So I was like, oh, I wonder if she's doing okay. But they kept saying that it's bad for you right now. I hope you're doing good. But when we were at Foodie Land in Sacramento, there's this place called Molly's Kitchen. And the line there was atrocious, you guys, because they had like the squid on a stick. They had tons of seafood. And then Molly was like, oh my God, the sign says Molly's Kitchen. So then that was my cue to flip my hair and scream, oh my God, it's Molly Chang! Molly was so embarrassed. I don't know, it's pretty bad. I like to embarrass her a lot. But then we started pretending that she owned this place, that she was the owner. And because the people working there just looking at us, we were pretty close to the front. Oh, yeah. I would say this, though. I do love doing pranks. Pranks, it does. I think it runs in our family. We like to do a lot of pranks or things. I think we're goofy. We're just goofy.
Yeah, if you're around us, you have to have tough skin. We're coming after you.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Like, I always try explaining this to my students because I think that my students are shocked at how, like, we just rip on each other. Like, we totally rip on each other in my family. And you have to be somebody who can take it and dish it, okay? So sometimes, like, we'll forget and we'll rip on each other, and my students are there, and they're kind of like, oh my God, how can you say that? And then, but then,
where do you want the flower?
I want it coming in this way. Yeah. Wait, which way is easier for you?
It doesn't matter which way you're gonna do.
But yeah, no, sometimes I think my students are, don't you do the flowers first and then that?
Like painting the flowers first?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that.
JJ, please take these off. She's putting on rhinestones before putting on my model flowers.
This is not rhinestone.
Oh, what is it?
It's the gel.
Oh, this is the gel. Oh, okay, never mind. I take it off. Wait, why are you doing so high?
What do you mean?
It's okay. I trust you.
Look at it. What do you mean? You want them much lower?
No, I trust you, JJ. Just do it. Don't let me look.
Okay.
Just show me after when it's done. But what I was trying to say was sometimes we rip on each other. Oh yeah, I never got to it. Are there sacred rules people should never break during ceremony? I think that for Hmong shamans, people can't cross us while we are performing. And your spirit guides do tell you when something's about to come. Because I remember I was busy wananging one day, and then all of a sudden my kwaneng, they moved me. Like, it felt like something was coming, and they told me that a dog was coming and to protect myself. And literally, this is how it looked like in the spirit world. We're on our journey and we're traveling. And I wish people could see me traveling because we probably look ridiculous. We're going really fast. And then all of a sudden we stopped. Like our journey, we stopped. And then we started to kind of turn as if something was coming to kind of like you're protecting yourself. And then all I hear is everyone screaming. And then because this dog was about to come and run right across the line. So yeah, thank God they all caught the dog. And then we went back on our journey. So it was very interesting. But so you can't cross the shaman during the ceremony. Mm, Now, in case people didn't know, the incense, you have to have them burning and the candle. The candle is to light the way so that you can see. And then for the incense, it's supposed to give your spirit guides like, I don't know how to say this.
Look under the light so you can see.
Can I help?
Okay, no more. Go to your bed.
Because I feel like what you're trying to do, you need a fatter bead.
Look.
You need a really fat bead.
You're trying to make it much longer?
It's supposed to be bigger. Like, can you get a fat bead together?
You have to take that all off.
Yeah, can we take it all off and put a really big fat bead? 3 big beads.
Okay, not that big. It's a mess.
Naru, it's okay. Nobody's coming in. You're just trying to fight a dog you can't see. He's on the other side. Naru, you're so aggressive. Okay. What are signs a home may need spiritual cleansing? Listen up. Okay, I'm just kidding.
You use your 1, 2, 3. Your house is haunted.
All right. A sign that your home may need spiritual cleansing. Usually one of the first signs is going to appear, especially if you live with other people. It's more obvious when you live with other people. It's going to be, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes you can feel it in the air where there is this tension. There's just this tension for no reason. Like you just woke up and chose violence that day. It's always going to impact the tension and the emotions of people there first. Usually if people are noticing that a pattern that they're having a lot of bad dreams suddenly, that's always a good sign that something is probably really wrong. So usually in my family, we have a habit of telling each other about our dreams, especially when something really stands out. And the anger is a big one. Naro, I love you. You're safe. I know you want some food, don't you? Naru, come here and eat a sweet potato. Naru. Yeah, come here. He likes them. Bigger, Gigi. Bigger. Yes.
This is big.
Sure you don't want bigger?
This is pretty big. The other ones are smaller. This is pretty big.
There's going to be obvious signs. Pay attention to cabinets. Ghosts love to move kitchen cabinets, okay? Because they're easy. They're easy for them to move. Not like pushing a whole door handle and opening them, but some of them can actually. They can twist the knobs. But when a ghost opens things, it kind of opens kind of funky. It doesn't always open smoothly like in the movies.
Okay, where do you want them?
Okay, can I put them on?
Yes.
And then if I just utterly mess up, you can help me.
You see how big that bead is?
Yes. Dang, it won't even stick. Thank you.
You gotta get
let's do it one at a time. No.
And turn the camera so they can see you. Tassie doing her own nails. Use more of the tip if you want to drag it out. I said go to your bed. Where's your bed? Go. Don't make me stand up. Oh, that's what I thought.
You're so mean to him. No, it's okay. He's just scared. He doesn't understand what's happening.
That's what I did too. Watch, I'll show you how I do it. You gotta open it up.
Well, I wanted to get it in its place first before I open it more. We do not know how to do flowers.
Yeah,
on
3D
our
flowers.
hands. Okay.
This is the first time.
I'm trying to twist it. That's not looking good. Yeah, you can't see without the light.
No, it looks good. Like how you did it. It just needs to fold over more because you're flattening it out too much.
I know, I'm trying to elongate this right now.
You have to use the tip of it. You really have to pull the tip.
Here you go. Thank you.
You want me to do it, or do you like the way this looks?
No, I like, oh yeah, you can fix it a little bit. Yeah, but then there are obvious signs. If things are happening in the house, that's going to be an obvious sign. But usually it's the easiest things, it's going to be the emotions. And then if people start getting sick. If people start getting sick, it's usually, sometimes it leans and it points more towards Dakwa. Because Dakwa, they tend to make people sick a lot. But then a lot of ghosts, it's more about their anger and, or demonic type entities. It's going to be more about anger because your emotions are the easiest for them to get in control. And you know, I was talking to my students about the different levels of demons. Varying levels. Usually if you guys find like, you know, you get rid of it and then something else comes back, it's probably because you don't have anything protecting your place, you know? So, and it could be due to the amount of people that lives there. I find that the more people that live there, the easier it is to be haunted all the time, you guys. It's very simple to get haunted because there's all different types of ghosts.
Okay.
What is this? It looks like a leaf. So you know that was hanging over my nail, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How about we just do the simple ones? Yeah, let's just do those tiny ones again. Well, actually, no. I think it looks fine. Especially once we chrome it out. It'll look perfect. I take it all back. Do the other one. But, yeah, so it's very obvious when there's a lot of people who live there. Because you can get it walking outside. Did you know there are ghosts that are just outside? And they just follow you. They're hungry. So, there's that. All right. If spirit guides had personalities, which one would be the drama queen? You guys aren't drama queens. You guys are perfect just the way you are. They look like they are certain types. There are certain types of spirit guides that throw temper tantrums, which in turn makes their shaman throw temper tantrums. I cannot say who it is.
You look. Now all three of them are on. I'll show you what the other pictures look like, so you don't overthink it.
I feel like this one's too far from the other two. Can we widen that part maybe to kind of like connect them more? What is my favorite ritual item and why? My favorite ritual item, you know, when I first had to do it, I will admit I didn't like it, but it was probably because it was so cumbersome. But I think my favorite ritual item is my my kakong item. It would just be wrong for me not to mention that. 2, it would be the tinning, because when you oneng with the tinning, it's so much easier. Like, so that's why it's my favorite ritual item. I'm looking for ways to be lazier. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, good. Do I cure this?
I don't know.
Really?
Okay, because you want to do chrome on the flowers.
Yeah.
I don't know how that looks like. Okay, let's just practice right here. Let's see if it actually sticks. Oh, it does.
Okay.
How about cure it?
Why?
Because if I move it, it's gonna rub it around.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Do 60 seconds because it's so quick. You guessed wrong.
I did guess wrong. What traditions do I hope younger Hmong generations continue? You know, it's probably a selfish request, but animals. And the reason why I say that, it's because I find that sometimes when things are easier, we cut corners, right? Like we try to find ways to cut corners. How can we make this more tangible to the public? How can we make it more easy in our lives? But there is so much beauty in using animals in our rituals that I am so thankful that I was trained under animals, because it is this full circle effect for me. Like seeing it as a kid, being able to oneng with animals, it's definitely this. Wait, oh yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not doing the nails. Is it sticky?
Mhm.
Oh, it's so pretty. But there is this different magic element that comes into play when you use animals. And the shaman is the person who feels it the most, okay? Totally selfish. That's what I meant by saying that it was selfish. So, because in my lineage in particular, you can choose to raise with animals or no animals. However, if you raise without animals, you can never train others under using animals. So, the majority of my students all choose animals. And then later on, you can switch to not using animals. But you will already have learned that magic. But there are certain spirit guides that just do not accept animals. Keep that in mind. Okay, it looks so much better now with the foam on there.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you guys can see, this is the flower we were working on. This is the 3D flower. And then we're going to put jewels on them.
Mm-hmm.
Gems.
Small one. Okay, these are green sheen, white, clear.
White, clear, please. Thank you. No, I do not like to oneng with my sword. And the reason is because usually they want me to hold my shaman rings and the sword handle at the same time. So my hand has to mega stretch. And it's just cumbersome to use my sword, the physical sword. But I don't need that physical sword to use it in the spirit world, in my hand. Da-na-na-na. Do spirit guides ever get annoyed with humans? Oh yeah. Can ancestors judge your life choices from the spirit world? Yes. That's why we have the saka. What is the spiritual equivalent of bad Wi-Fi? You know, like, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but whether you are a practicing shaman or not, there are people who open themselves a lot, so that way they can receive guidance from the spirit guides, even if they are not an actively practicing shaman with a shrine, right? So they will But the whole point of this is sometimes you feel like they're gone. Like they're not around you.
Just one or two? It's pretty big.
No, just the one is good.
Okay, let me fix it.
So sometimes it feels like your spirit guides have gone somewhere and they're not around you. And you're kind of worried, right? But that is normal because then your guides like to wander from time to time. But if you're ever really afraid, call on them. And they should always respond to you. However, I find at the beginning, they're just like, what do you want? Whereas later on, they should always respond to you. Have spirits ever refused to cooperate because of something? Yes. Yes. Okay, now it looks good.
Okay, here.
Yes. If you say something offensive, if your spirit guides are sad, if your house is a mess, if you don't do what they want. So yeah, there's a lot of things on why spirit guides could refuse to do things. Especially like, because sometimes people forget, especially when they're close to somebody, they forget how to properly ask their spirit guides, right? Because you feel like you're just in a conversation and you're just talking to like GJ, right? But you don't want to be offensive where you just keep just randomly trying to throw in things and kind of being shameless to see how many free gibbies that you can get. There will come a point in time where their spirit guides will get upset and they'll just stop. They just won't respond to you anymore. Whatever future questions you might have, they pretty much have judged you. So that's when you have to be more considerate of them and know how to properly ask.
Like me asking you about color auras?
Yes. Okay. It looks so good. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else before I put the final coat on top? Oh yeah, duh.
Say, we is not done. You need to have the glitter that comes falling down like chandeliers. Keep in mind, you guys, this whole time it's just been one hand. But she did put both of the nails on. It's just we're still waiting for this one to be finished. Oh, gosh.
Okay, so this is what I was thinking. I'm going to test one first so you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I see your vision.
Like, it's going to just kind of dangle a little bit, but I have to make sure I get the...
Yep. And then wearing makeup while hanging, honestly, a lot of people do. And honestly, it comes down to your spirit guides. But in general, I find that your spirit guides are a lot like at the beginning. When you're first raising, your spirit guides are not as, how do I say this? They don't like it as much at the beginning. Like you got to stick to the books. But after your third shrine, you get a lot more freedom because now you're finally stepping into who you truly are, and those kind of things doesn't bother them. It's just like how I can sit here, wear metal, wear makeup, and my spirit guides aren't even bothered by it because that no longer is a conduit that can sometimes get in the way of you having that bigger connection. That's just Naru with his favorite ball. But anyways, because I feel like when you're on your first level shrine, some shamans, they have to be very unnatural, or else it's very hard for them to connect. Whereas later on, as you get stronger and you've built and you've put in your years of service, your spirit guides are a lot more lenient now. They don't need all of that anymore because it's not required.
Let me just clean up so we can kind of see the idea here.
Should you drag it down a little further?
A little bit more?
Yeah, I feel like it's heavier on this side, not so much on this side. So if you look at it from like, I don't know what kind of angle you need to see it at.
Oh.
And then I would like it if it kind of like had more dangling lines.
Oh. We're just
Thank you.
going completely different.
But yes. So I hope that answered your question. Yeah, being more efficient. Noria, definitely. I totally understand that concept. Like, for example, me learning Reiki, but um, there is such a thing as adding on something to basically advance or add to that service or add to that ceremony. But then there's going to be too much cutting of corners sometimes where I feel like sometimes if you don't explain, like for example, I have to explain a lot. I probably talk too much to my students now I think about it. That's probably why they can't remember anything because I'm telling them a million things. But for me, I always like to explain the importance. Why do we do this? What is this meaning? What does it represent? So that way they know, oh, my teacher's not just telling me to do this. It really has a meaning behind it. And this is what it represents. This is why I have this on my shrine. This is why I have that on my shrine. And it's not just because I picked it up on the street and I found it to be pretty, like it should have an actual purpose for our spirit guides. So that tends to be my teaching style, and that's probably why, now I think about it, y'all can't remember anything because I'm talking to you too much about too many things. Okay. Okay, now I have a look and judge.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks a lot prettier.
Just clean up.
You don't have to do it to all of them. I think just on that finger looks good.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So just the pointer?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it because I'm taking too long?
No. I just, like when you overload things, then it doesn't look as nice. Yeah, okay. Looks good. All right, you can top coat them all and we're good.
Oh, one hand.
But you should not be ornamenting with a full face, you guys. Okay, like with lashes. But you know what? If your guides don't mind, but I would say I have some students who do wear in their normal everyday, they do wear full on makeup, but when they are ornamenting, they don't have it on. When traveling abroad, how to protect yourself. Like kude, hide your soul steps. You could have a kude done, but like that is one method of how to protect yourself. Kude, for anybody who doesn't know, that's when you take like a bowl of water. Some people will drop some of their own blood in there to jai themselves in that bowl of water. And then you leave it under your bed for like 3 nights, right? So, but usually you have to say words over it, kind of like kakong, black magic. So some people will do that as a method, but it's not always like that is good against like an entity that's kind of looking for you. But like if you're traveling abroad, I do recommend, depending on how long you're going to go for. So usually people like to do a ceremony before you go. Like let's say you're moving there and you're going to be there for a few years, right? People definitely recommend doing a ceremony. Sometimes it is just about telling your spirit, especially your dakwa, your ancestors, that you are going here. And that is why a lot of people, and I know I've talked about this in the podcast with Thunder, that if you guys go far and you don't forewarn your spirit or even your dakwa, you become what's known as lost and you become very sickly. So if you go and you do travel somewhere and you do end up finding you're getting sick, especially right away as you're going on your trip, usually those are bad omens for your spirit. And so your spirit's going to be weak there. And then there's a lot of foreign spirits, like the land spirits I was talking about, that I feel a lot of people forget about. It's that you are foreign to them as much as they are to you. So a lot of times people will end up being more weaker when they travel for a long period of time. So I would recommend, if you guys have a sika, to alert them.
60.
Good. That you guys alert the sika. You guys pray for protection. And it's very simple. I feel like sometimes people complicate it by saying too many florally words, but it's not really necessary. Oh, you are fine, New. Well, I feel bad because New, I'm about to sign off on my live here, but I wanted to take some time to really just chit chat with you guys because I know it's been a while and catch you guys up on my travels. I went to North Carolina and that was a lot of fun. I gotta tell you guys about my student's dog though. So my student, she has this dog named Sirius. I love him. He is a black German Shepherd. But it was really funny because when I was going there, she was really nervous about me meeting Sirius because Sirius doesn't like people. So she told me that when oh, is it done?
Yep, all done.
Okay, this hand is done. So those of you who are still on the live, you guys can see these are going to be my wedding nails. Very simple because we were told to do just French and it should be demure and bridesmaidy. It shouldn't be super zany. Let me move my thingy here so that way I don't have the bend so weird. And I'll tell you guys about Sirius. So her dog is Sirius, like Harry Potter, Sirius Black. And so when she told me that when I get there, I have to ignore her dog. Like, don't touch it. Don't look at it. You know, because like I think he like semi-attacked somebody before. And you know, he's a big German Shepherd. He was as big as Grizzly because Sirius was like 115 pounds. And I remember as soon as she opened up the door, she was so nervous. I feel so bad for her. But then like Sirius comes in, he comes right for me and he sniffs me, right? And immediately I'm like, ah! I rub him from his head all the way to his tail. And she's like freaking out and she's like staring at me like, don't touch him. And then so he's like figuring out like, oh, is something wrong? So he comes back to sniff me again. And then I'm like, rah, like just touching him again. So he was so adorable. Like there was no way you could have gotten me not to touch this dog. And then, but he did not like Molly. But you know, it's funny because that is there's been another incident where a dog was really nervous around Molly. And so it was barking at Molly a lot. But by the second day, Sirius liked Molly. But you know, Sirius was so cute. And it was really hard not to feed Sirius. Yeah, GJ knows all about that. How it's difficult for me not to feed a dog. Not to give them all the food on my plate. Oh, and then I was sad because then on ceremony day, my student, she put her dog in doggy daycare. So I made sure to stay at her house until like 6 o'clock at night so that I could see Sirius. He's so Zilua. And then North Carolina is super haunted, y'all. I don't know how you guys live out there. So North Carolina. Heading there, my spirit guides kept telling me to prepare because le monde don't die. But I forget that North Carolina is one of the original 13 colonies. And you guys have amazing land guardians. They're basically the owners of the land. They are very... I don't know how else to explain it, but it seems more structured there. But it's almost as if they have to be structured because le monde no da, so there has to be a lot of order, or else it could be craziness. But 45 seconds only. Okay. I don't know. The GJs gave me a side eye. He's like, "Are you paying attention?" But yeah. So that was my first time in North Carolina because the last time I was there, I was a kid. I don't really remember it much. But my stepsister had gotten married and we did the trip from Wisconsin with my dad all the way down to North Carolina. I don't know where she lived in North Carolina. But, and then I felt bad because then as soon as we got back, I went to work for like 3 days. And then we went right back on another trip to Sacramento. And then we went to Foodie Land, which was a lot of fun. And then I got to see Tassie Jerky because they were at Foodie Land. And there was a lot of fun there too. But man, your guys' sun in California, it hurts. My skin was itching from the sun. And it wasn't until the end of the day I finally realized, oh my God, what if I tan and my foundation doesn't match for the wedding? So we shall see. We're going to be taking a million photos that day. Uh, did you know that some people, for photos, people will wear Vaseline on their gums? It's a thing. It is a real thing, in case you guys did not know. A lot of beauty pageant contestants, they will put Vaseline on their gums because then it's easier for them to smile and keep the smile because you're going to be smiling all day for them photos. But yeah, so, but then bless my student, because one of my students, she bought an umbrella for me because of the sun was biting my skin. It feels like it's like I'm broiling under an oven, okay? Like it's itchy because it's the sun is just so intense. Your guys' UVs are no joke in California. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with my live. I really just wanted to spend some time just chit-chatting with you guys, catching you guys up. I will try to post my nails later, but I love them. Thank you so much, GJ, for all of your hard work in preparation for the wedding. Bye, you guys. Have a good night. I don't know how to turn off my live. This happened last time, too. Oh, now I can see all the messages. Okay, how does one end a live? This happens all of the time. Is it that button? No, it's not that button. Oh, I think it's this button. No? Are you sure? Yes.